about time I get this man on camera for a live in-person interview. Josh Montoya, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. Like I said, I'm happy to be talking to you in person. We saw the comeback happen in December. You get the victory at King of the Cage Starbound 2. Let's start off there. How'd you feel the return, the Star Center fighting Gene Perez?
That was it. That was a cool. That was a cool comeback fight after the Abel fight. Fighting Gene. And I've always kind of wanted to get that done, just because I think Gene is a dangerous competitor. I think he's overlooked, and I saw the challenge, and I really wanted to go and figure out that puzzle. So that was a cool, and be able to fight at the Star Center. I didn't, last time I was there, I fought for Bellator, and I didn't have the greatest night. I had a great first round with a really good kickboxer, and I wanted to play his game, and I ended up getting a knockout come second round. So it wasn't the most exciting place to be at, but I was really glad to be able to smooth all those cobwebs and just get in there and get a W.
You got the submission victory. What did you think of your performance, what you did that night in cage?
We just really, I went out there and I had a specific game plan and I stuck to it, and that was really it. Like, I wasn't gonna get caught up in something that he wanted me to do, and I knew what he wanted me to do, but for me it's get in, get out, and I didn't get touched, and I was able to take my family to Disneyland, and that's what it was for, is to get some Disney money and take my wife and my 2 kids to Disneyland for Christmas, and just hang out and then go see family in Las Vegas, and it was a good Christmas. So just follow the game plan like we trained, and it was an awesome feeling to get the victory.
And now we're talking to you because you got another fight booked June 8th, Southwest MMA Series 28 up there at Buffalo Thunder, taking on Frank Baca. And excuse my language, this is a battle between 2 OGs. I'm excited to see this one. You guys' names have been synonymous with our New Mexico MMA scene for quite a while. So tell us, Josh, how'd this fight come together?
Buffalo Thunder is, it's my backyard. It's where it's where I really started my career. It's a 20-minute drive from my house, and it's my backyard. So the way this kind of unfolded was, I've known Frank Baca for a long time, and the reason why I know him is because he was in the same weight class as me, and we were fighting at 35s, and he dropped down to fight a couple of fights at 125, and he was fighting for King of the Cage, and King of the Cage would go up to Buffalo Thunder a lot, and I'd fight on their fight cards too, and I think me and Frank even shared a couple fights on the fight card, and really there's a lot of chit chatter, and people are like, oh, you guys are talking back and forth, you guys never really like each other, or, Frank would say stuff, to certain people like, yo, why doesn't Josh like me, and honestly, man, it's really not even about that. What it's about was, I saw in Frank a puzzle that I wanted to complete, and I wanted to fight him, and I respected him, and I wanted to fight, and I've been wanting to fight him for a long time, and I've tried to make a lot of fights happen with him, and I just, it never, I would always offer to fight him, and I felt like I don't even think it was him, really. I think it was his team. They never wanted to fight me. So, it really wasn't any bad blood. Same thing with, Ray Borg. There was no bad blood with those guys. I just wanted to fight them because I respected them, and I knew the task at hand, and that was it. So I was presented with an opportunity, and like I suggested that maybe me and Frank Baca we get it in, because I had been seeing him on social media, wanting to fight, and a couple fights fell through, and like, why not now? Like, I'm 29, and I'm sure he hasn't fought in a couple of years, but like, he had his son, and he has his things, and he's a man, and he's getting his he's working out his priorities, and I respect that. But like, right now, man, like, I'm healthy. It looks like he's healthy. He looks like he wants to fight, and like, so yeah, I just said, hey, let's fight. Let's see what Frank Baca's up to, and they reached out to him, and I messaged Frank Baca, and I just told him respectfully, it's like, has nothing to do with any beef. It just just would have a think we'd have a great fight. And, that's the story about me and Frank Baca. So there ain't no animosity between him and me, and me and my gym or my team and his team. Like, we're all good. So it's just I just think I could beat him.
A year and a half since Frank's fought. What kind of Frank Baca do you prepare for?
I mean, like, I don't even know, and I don't even care. Respectfully, I don't care what kind of fighter he's gonna be. I don't, I don't care. The only thing I care about is we both are, we go in there, we have a great match, and we both come out and we're both healthy. Because I know he's got a family and I got a family. And, like, I'm training like he wants to take me out. So, like, I don't really care about him. I care about me. And that's really what I've been focused on this whole camp, is caring about me and not caring about him.
Well, talk to us about the camp, the preparation. We're here with Luttrell, Yee. We know you put in work all day in Santa Fe. Tell us about the nuts and bolts of your camp.
Oh, man, just... It's I'm like, I may not have made it to the UFC, or some big organizations, and may not have made them a lot of money fighting, but you know what, man, like, I know this life, and I've been doing this for a long time, and yeah, man, like, I understand what it takes to be able to, like, get ready for a fight of this magnitude with Frank Baca, and he's got a great team. So like, there's been days where I've been grinding 3 times a day, just really working, and really, be honest, like, this is the best shape I've ever been in, and this is the most healthy I've ever been in, and I ain't gonna get tired. And yeah, man, I'm just working on my craft, and I'm just doing me. So like, I'm just working on things that I want to work on. In the fight camp, I really don't feel like you can really learn too much. You already know what you're gonna know. Like, when you learn stuff, it's gonna be more of like, when you're out of camp and you're learning stuff like that. But like, when you're in fight camp, man, it's it's grinding, it's putting the rounds, it's putting the work, it's putting those extra days, it's getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, going running. Like, that's what fight camp's about. So that's how this fight camp has been going. It's just real work. And yeah, when I make that walk June 8th, like, I ain't gonna have any regrets of I should have done this, I should have done that. Nope. I will be well prepared once I make that walk. And like, I got kids to look after, I got a beautiful wife, I got a beautiful family, so I ain't playing games.
What can you attribute to being the healthiest and feeling the best you have in a camp? You've been doing this for so long. What can you attribute? What's different, or what do you feel went right this time?
Just being wiser and being smarter, and just putting that extra work in when no one's there. That's like the main thing for me, man. Like, I don't need no one to tell me, like, to go and go do this and go do that. Like, I drive down to Albuquerque and I come train on my own. Like, no one's telling me to do anything, man. Like, I get up and I go get my conditioning workouts. I go run the foothills. I go do sprints. I have a team that's surrounded by me to build, like, everybody has their part. But, at the end of the day, like, I'm putting the work in for me. So that's the difference, is just being the wiser, smarter, and just I've been in those situations, in those bigger fights, like where I know I should, like, damn, I should have did a little bit more. And this time, like, even from the Abel fight, like, I put in a lot of work from the Abel fight. And the thing with Abel, man, it's just things happen, and like I just gotta let it go, and I was okay with it, and I'm at peace with it, and it is what it is, and things happen, man. Like, I've been tapped out thousands and thousands of times when I started jiu-jitsu, and I'm probably gonna keep getting tapped out thousands. It's part of the game. So, like, from the Abel fight, I've been grinding like that. So, it's just the maturity and just being a man.
What parts of your game, of what you're bringing in the cage on the 8th, do you feel is going to give Frank Baca the hardest time?
Man, like, I don't think, I know for a fact that there are people out there that think they know my game, but got no idea. Like, they think I'm just a jiu-jitsu guy. They really believe that. But they have no idea how good my wrestling is. My MMA wrestling. They have no idea how good my kickboxing is. They have no idea how good my movement is. They have no idea how deep this heart goes. When it gets gritty and I need to go do it, they just don't know. And that has to do with me, like some fights in the past, I was going through things, and I was just going through transitions of life, and like those fights made me who I am now. Like the Nick Urso fight, like it just had, like, I shouldn't have lost that fight, but it happened, and Nick beat my ass, and he held me down, and he hurt me, and he cut me. And, like, that was a rough fight camp, and I didn't train the way I should have, and he beat me, and I have to learn from that mistake. So, like, yeah, man, like, it's just from the years and all the experiences that I've had, and June 8th, like, you're just, Frank, it's not, you just don't know, man, and that's okay. That has nothing to do with you. It's just, I'm just gonna go out there and do what I need to do.
It's been great getting to talk to you, Josh. Last but not least, who are the people you need to thank? Shout out to.
I'm just a really blessed individual of my healthy family, my 2 kids, my beautiful wife, my parents, my brother, my wife's mom and dad, their family, like all my friends, like, all the gyms that I go to, Santa Fe Atletico and Santa Fe, Gracie Baja in Santa Fe, Luttrell Yee up here in Albuquerque. Like, I'm just, man, I have a great support system, and, like, there's just too many people to thank, but, like, everybody that's around, they know in my circle, like, and they know. So, yeah, man, I'm ready to go, and this will be the best version of myself, June 8th. Win, lose, or draw, I don't even care. It don't even matter to me. All I want to do is go put everything out on the line out there, and just know that I put everything there, and nothing was held back. Nothing. And whatever happens. It is what it is. It don't even matter to me. Just, I'm so excited to be able to be in my backyard again, Buffalo Thunder, in front of all my freaking friends and family and fans. Like, it's gonna be awesome, man. It's gonna be great. And, like, all respect to Frank and his team, and I just can't wait. So I'll be ready, Frank will be ready, and we're gonna roll, and like, it's gonna be awesome.